What's up, everyone? Old school law. I am Dantron69K here with my co-pilot, the old school group, Wolfman.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
So I'm super excited about this supplemental. Wolf actually brought it up, and I was like, you know what? That would be a lot of fun because I am a fan of what we're going to talk about today. And Wolf, why don't you let us know what that's about?
Yeah, definitely. So, if you haven't been keeping track of what's going on with retro law, one of the last few episodes, I think it was the second to last episode, we did the OG Xbox system, which I was very apprehensive about doing because I grew up with Sony and Nintendo. I never had a Microsoft system, and when I did play it at a friend's house, like the controller would frustrate me, and I just kind of gave it a pass on all the systems. And when we did the Xbox OG episode, we had a couple of our friends on, and they were very excited about talking about the system and the games. And I was kind of blown away listening and hearing like all of these exclusive games for Xbox that I had never played before. So I was like, I wonder if I could get a Xbox cheap someplace and see if I could hunt down a few of these games. And by golly, I did. And it has been a game changer. And this episode will be a supplemental episode from our OG Xbox episode where we could talk a little bit about some of the things that Dantron69K is doing with the Xbox currently, which is really exciting, and a few of both of our gaming pickups that we both have done, and just kind of shoot the breeze about the system and the things that we are enjoying thus far. So I'm going to kick it back to you, Dantron.
So I want to say that I think this is cool, just us being able to hang out again, just you and I. I like being with our friends, but this is always just fun, just hanging out with you. And the Xbox episode. So if you guys watched it, you know I love original Xbox. I love OG Xbox. I was Xbox Live beta testing, all of that. But the big thing is it inspired me as well. So there was a few games like I need to really get my games sorted out because I have them some in totes, and anybody that's a game collector, I don't get rid of any of that stuff. So it's all like in a tote or in a bin somewhere, and then I'm like, I want to play this game. I don't know where the frick it's at. It's up in my mother-in-law's attic, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So there's been a few games that I have, but I don't know where they're at. So I bought a couple of them, and then I found a few other games that I wanted to play because I had them in a nice, easy to access spot. So it's been lots of fun kicking this thing back out. I have two, technically three Xboxes, and I love them all. It is a computer though, so you do want to keep them away from dust and all that kind of stuff. I mentioned it. I don't want to talk about hardware too much, but that's all I've been doing lately. Is I haven't played with my second Xbox for a while, so today I cracked it open. It was in great shape. For some reason, some guy keeps it in a nice, safe spot. I don't know who that guy is. I think his name rhymes with Mantron. But I was able to get it all cleaned out again, check the eyepiece. Everything's good. Boots up fine. But as Wolf kind of touched on, something really cool that I've just kind of stumbled upon. Buddy of mine, Quimby, actually brought it up, and I was like, oh, shoot, you're right. I haven't done that. And I started looking into it, and there's a program that I'll talk about that enables you to play OG Xbox online with your friends, and I just kind of have been starting to mess around with that, and it's awesome. So, Wolf, you want to talk about one of your first games that you got that you were super pumped about?
Yes, definitely. And just real quick, I just want to give my impressions. I just had hooked up the system today. I had bought it at a local video game store a few weeks back, and I've been busy, birthday, family stuff, and watching Dantron do his videos. Had a short where he took apart an Xbox and cleaned it out, and then he's working on that Xbox Live thing, and I just got inspired. So I was just like, screw it. So I went downstairs, grabbed the Xbox, and I forgot, holy crap, that thing's like an for a yacht. That thing's so heavy. So I brought it upstairs. I hooked it up to my living room TV. And now keep in mind, I never ever played this ever. So I turned on the power and I heard that, what is it, like the power on screen, and I was like, oh, it's like the clouds parted and the sun shined down. I was like, whoa, that is the coolest thing ever. Just the whole menu screen was awesome, like with the settings, and looks like you could do stuff with music. And my kids were there and they were like, whoa. My older son is like, this looks really good for like 2001, 2002. So I popped in Project Gotham Racing 2, and the three of us were playing and we had a ball. Um, Lots and lots of fun. That's the bad thing about retro law is, sometimes it puts a bug up your ass. And literally, it's all I kept thinking about is, wow, like there's like hundreds of exclusive games that I've never seen or played. And, I want to try to hunt them down. So since that episode, I've gone to flea markets and I've been on Facebook Marketplace and eBay, and I'm trying to track down some of these games. So I got a few here that I definitely want to talk about. So if you want me to talk about the first one, then yeah,
Hey,
definitely I
it's
will show that.
it's your world, my friend. I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut.
There you go. So this is an exclusive, and I had to have this because I love the series on Sega Saturn. It's one of my favorites. It's the Panzer Dragoon
Oh,
Orta, which is, as you could see, exclusive for Xbox. And it's a great game. It's an on rails kind of action shooter, and the graphics are amazing. I couldn't believe the sound and the graphics for the time period. I kept thinking, my God, this is like 2001 to 2004, somewhere in there. And I'm like,
mm-hmm.
damn. And because the Xbox has component cables and it's hooked up to my TV, I think it's in like 480p.
Yeah, it's
So
like
it looks pretty
480 or
good.
720. It gets nice.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was really impressed at how crisp it was. And it's a super fun game. I loved all three games that I have for the Sega Saturn. And when I found out that there was a Microsoft Xbox exclusive Panzer Dragoon game, I had to hunt it down and get it. And like Dantron said on our episode, the fun thing about the OG Xbox is how, I don't want to say cheap, but how affordable most of these games are. That I'm shocked. They're
Mm-hmm.
anywhere between like $5 and $15, most games. Then you start getting into some of the better titles or more uncommon games, even some rare games or games that are in demand. And then you're getting like 20, 30, 40, $50, which even that is extremely reasonable. I mean, you could get a shitty Switch game today and it's $65 with tax. So, you're talking about quality games. And I picked this one up. I want to say, I think I paid $32 on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm like Dantron, I'm a stickler. It's got to have the manual, it's got to have the disc,
Mm-hmm.
it's got to be in good shape. Case artwork. That's just me. That's OCD Wolfman Dan. But absolutely highly recommend that game. If you like shmups, action shmups with great graphics and sound. Um, it's a ball. So I don't know if
Wolfman.
did you ever play it,
I
Dantron?
have played it. I don't own it. I have played
Okay.
it, and I like it a lot. I'm not a huge Panzer Dragoon fan. I didn't play a whole lot of it. I never played it on Sega Saturn, so I don't. I don't know. Maybe just the people I was hanging out with. We just never really played it,
Yeah.
and so I haven't tried that one. But you inspired me to check that one out for sure.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
but like Wolfman was saying, now is the time. You must strike while the iron is hot, as they say, because right now everything is very, very, very affordable. Like for the OG
Mhm.
Xbox, super affordable. Now you can even find like retro stores or even some people that do electronics that will actually recap a whole Xbox, like refurbish the whole entire Xbox,
Hmm.
and you can get like a super nice, fully refurbished Xbox. Yeah, it might be $200, but it's like brand new. And of course, if you want one with a box and stuff, that's always going to be more. But it's super good system. The games again, super affordable, very fun. The graphics hold up. I mean,
Hmm.
it's amazing. It's an amazing system, and I will definitely check that one out, Wolf.
Awesome.
All right, so my next one that I'm going to talk about is actually okay. So it's kind of a party game, and this is one of the OG like original Xbox Live games, and it's weird. It's kind of kooky. It's kind of cartoony. It's adult themed. There's some adult stuff in it. Remember how I said in the last episode, this one of the names for the original OG Xbox they threw out there for marketing was the triple Xbox because it was more adult than some of the other systems that were out there. And this game kind of falls along that, and it's a Mario Party style game, and that's what I like about it.
Hmm.
Whacked.
Ooh, I don't think I've heard of that
Yep.
one, and I see it's an
OG.
exclusive.
Yep. OG Whacked. It's not look. I'm not giving you my top, 25, top 50 games, but this one, as far as an online like multiplayer Mario Party style random mini games game, it's really cool. It's like a game show, and yeah, it's just a fun game that like here, perfect example. Look at when you open it up. So here was the outside, right? So look at that. All right, there's the artwork.
Yeah, love the artwork.
Original Xbox, baby. All right, here goes the book. This is the artwork on the book that's inside the case.
Oh, I love it. It looks like
Now
yeah,
you getting it?
she's got her lady bits
Yep.
covered.
Yep.
Yeah.
So again, very very cool game. It is fun to play. If you guys haven't checked it out, it is kind of I won't even call it a hidden gem, but it's one you should check out. It's fun to play multiplayer. That's one of the cool parts about these OG Xbox games. Just like Wolfman was noting, this was just as the shift was happening to online multiplayer. So there's a lot of really good couch co-op games that are on the OG Xbox, like split screen 4-player racing. That's like non-existent in these higher
Hmm.
definition style systems. This was pretty much like the end of the road for that. So, but really, really cool. This is a good game, Whacked. You guys check it out. It's fun.
Never heard of it. I'm excited. I'm definitely going to try anything you recommend.
It's
You, Horton, anybody on that episode, I have tracked down or tried to track down those games.
it's a
For
Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
I
No,
was
no,
gonna
no.
I
I
was
was
gonna
just
say
going to say,
it's a weird one. That's why I
yeah,
like it because it is very weird. I don't know if it's expensive. I don't think it is.
hmm,
It might
look
be
it up.
more on the mid range if I had to guess. You probably could
Okay.
find it for cheap, but to find one complete with box and book and stuff, it's probably going to be, if I had to guess, Wolfman right around $30 or so.
Yep, right on the nose, $30 complete.
Yep.
And that's all based on condition too. So it
Yep.
could be more, could be less.
Yep. Very cool game. All right,
That's
Wolf.
good. $30.
Yep. What you got?
Okay. So what do I got? Geez, what do I want to show next? So I'm gonna show a game that might get Dantron's ears up a bit. This is from Rare, company Rare, and it's from the creators of Donkey Kong Country and your favorite Banjo-Kazooie. It's a weird game. I only played it for a couple minutes, so I can't really talk a lot about it, but it's called Grabbed by the
That
Ghoulies.
game is awesome.
Oh, really?
That game is freaking great. Holy smokes. Go ahead, talk about it, Wolf. Whoa.
Okay. I mean, you probably know more than me. I mean, what really gravitated me towards it was when I saw the cover, because I love Donkey Kong Country and I know how much you love Banjo-Kazooie. I love Rare as a company. I love the cartoony type graphics. It looks like it's a fun kind of like platformer that doesn't take itself too seriously. Like I said, I only played it for a few minutes, but I was I was definitely hooked. Says something about a monstrous mansion, 50 rooms covering 100 levels, full of mystery, adventure, and surprises lurking around every corner. Hidden depths, destroy the house to find tons of power-ups, and bash your way into 20 secret bonus mini games.
Dude,
I don't know. Looks like a ball.
your kids are gonna freaking love that game. Your eldest in particular, if he plays that game, he's gonna go, dude, this is awesome. That game, oh man,
Yeah.
yes, that one I would say is a hidden gem. I don't know where it is ranked for, whatever how they rank their, best Xbox games, but
Yeah.
that one is definitely a hidden gem that anybody that's actually played it and knows anything about OG Xbox knows that game. That game is freaking dope. Excellent
Oh, wow.
choice,
I'm
Wolf.
excited.
Man, that got me all super hyped. Now I gotta find it. I know I own it, but now I gotta.
Oh, cool. You own it.
Oh
All
yeah,
right. So you
oh
have
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's a great game.
Nice. But here, Dan Tron, you're not going to like this
What's that?
because I got it in a lot.
Oh, no book. That's all right. It's sometimes
No.
the case is good, and so speaking of that, like,
No
hey,
book.
I'll go right into that as well. So very very similar to what you just described here is I was at visiting one of our friends in Idaho, and I decided to go retro hunting a little bit with him, and that was a lot of fun. But there was a game that I came across, and I was like, ooh, yep, it's time. I gotta pick it back up because I can't find it, and I want to play it, and I don't know where it's at. So, and the price was right. However, the price was not 100% right because there's no book inside it. But
Hmm.
the game is Dead or Alive
Yeah.
extreme beach volleyball. You guys,
Yeah.
you don't even know what's going on here. This game is crazy. It's got some mini games in it. The actual volleyball is, believe it or not, fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's dude, it's you can just screw around. So here's the thing. So here's the premise is that everybody goes and visits. It's called Zach's Island. Anybody that played Dead or Alive knows Zach is the weird dude with like always the crazy outfits that he wears and stuff. So, but it comes off really kind of weird, more like Epstein Island. It is a little bit creepy, but it's still freaking awesome. Like there's like there's a bunch of mini games. There's ways that you earn money. You can buy outfits. I mean, it's different swimsuits, and it's cool. And then there's like, oh, let's take a rest, and then it'll show the character that you're doing, like she's doing stretches, and doing the splits, and the cameras. It's this game. Anybody that has OG Xbox, just this game is so weird. This game would never be made nowadays. Never be made. It is so freaking cool though, and it's mature. As you can see, it's cute, but it is mature rated. So yeah, here's the back of it. Some of the sweet stuff that you're seeing there. Yeah, and
It's jiggly physics, right?
jiggly physics. And here's the thing too: is you don't think that this game is going to be fun to play. The volleyball portion plays freaking great. It plays fantastic, and the more I play this game, the more I like it. So so listen to this. So it features Dennis Rodman as the voice of Zach, and music by Bob Marley, Christina Aguilera, Real Big Fish, and more. So that's another big thing about OG Xbox is you're gonna find games that had like legit artists and stuff on there, and it's really really a cool game. And this is a fun one. Check it out. Look into it. You'll enjoy it.
That's a must play. I got that too. It's you got to track that down. That's got to be added to your collection. It's like a step above the guy game, where if you have that game, you're kind of like bordering on the pedophile meter because of
this one doesn't have that, but it's still awesome.
Yeah. Wow, that's a gem. Okay, I don't even know how to.
There's two gems.
Where do I go from there?
Two gems in that one.
Jeez, I'm like at a loss of words. All right, so I showed this to you already, Dan. So you're gonna know what this is. I freaking loved this on Dreamcast. This was a must buy for me. It's one of the one of the games I tried to track down immediately, and it's Shenmue 2
Oh,
on the
yes.
Xbox, and it's an exclusive. Now, this copy happens to include the feature-length DVD Shenmue the movie, so it's got a second disc holder,
Hmm.
so not all of them have that. So you want to make sure if you're collecting, and you love Shenmue like I do. I think it's like a making of, and they talk about like the characters and get more in depth into the game. But this is just epic. Any RPG fans, um, I don't know what to say. I mean, this is just so good. It's ridiculous.
It's an action. It's like an action movie RPG.
Hmm.
It's so good. Like if anybody played the original Shenmue on Dreamcast, it's great. But it was outgrowing that system even at that time when it was just at the beginning, and it made sense because Microsoft and Sega kind of had a okay relationship for them to bring it over as an exclusive, and
Yeah,
the Xbox dealt with that game very well. It looks
yeah,
beautiful too. Like it looks really really good.
yep. And I think what sets it apart from a lot of other games is that like the character development and the story. Was his name Rio? Am I
Rio,
pronouncing it right?
Rao, I don't know how to.
Ryo
Yeah,
something. Anyway,
Rao.
yeah, Rao. But just the characters, the dialogue, you kind of get immersed in the story. And it's got, to me, as far as I'm concerned, it's got like Yakuza
Mm-hmm.
and Grand Theft Auto elements where you can like go all over, and there's like mini games and stuff to do. It's awesome, but you gotta like those type of games if you're like an action type of gamer, or you like fast things like racers, then this game is not for you,
Mm-hmm.
because this is take your time, get immersed in the story and the characters, the leveling up, there's grinding,
Mm-hmm.
there's stuff to do. I mean, you're going to put hours and hours into this thing, so you got to really like um role-playing games, action role-playing games, like you said.
Yep, and it's a different type of action role playing game too. Main so it's all right. Hear me out. It's not quite as fast as this. It's quite a bit slower, but I get with how the leveling up system. There's some QTE quick time events that are in there as
Mhm.
well. I get major God of War vibes from it. Believe it or
Yeah,
not, because you level up your weapons in God of War, you
yeah.
level up abilities in Shenmue. This is just more of a, um, I think God of War actually is a more linear story. Like it's more like to the point, kill this god. Oh, I found something else, but I'm still heading this way, and we're killing everything.
Hmm.
Whereas Shenmue's a little different. The story unfolds a little differently than the God of Wars. But if you like God of War and yet you want a little bit of a different kind of a story, I would say this feels similar to it. A little slower than a God of War, of course,
Yeah,
but
no
with
doubt.
the leveling up system and how the fighting works and everything, it's very similar.
Yeah, there's a lot to read. So, I mean, you gotta
Yeah.
you gotta be in the mood to get vested in the story and the characters. And if you do, you're in for a treat, because it's a wonderful game.
Oh yeah. All right. So Wolf, here we go.
Yeah.
Next one. For me, this one is actually freaking amazing. I'm not even sure if it's in. I think it's in the wrong case. I think I got this one aftermarket, but that was probably frick 20 years ago now. But
Hmm.
this is a classic game, classic multiplayer game. You're gonna notice a lot of my stuff keys on multiplayer because Xbox. I was so deep in the multiplayer online stuff that a lot of my games that I've talked about, even on the other episode, I'm still talking about some of that stuff today. And the game I'm gonna show right now, boom, Unreal Championship.
Ooh, I'll have to write that one down.
Unreal Championship is really cool. It played really well. It was a sexy looking game, and of course it used online, so Xbox Live
Mhm.
online. And yeah, and if you've played any Unreal Tournament, Unreal Championship, any of that kind of stuff, that's what you're getting here. You're not getting anything else outside of that, except for in a nice package. And so good weapons. It's
Mhm.
just deep modes. There was lots of modes that you could play, lots of customization. as far as the modes go and weapons available and all that kind of stuff. And then being online too, so good. It's just anyone that likes any kind of Unreal Championship, Unreal Tournament. This one was I think this one is the definitive version on consoles. This one played so well. So that's it. That's all I got on that one. But it's great.
Let me see. Is that the one JC, our friend JC, talks about?
Oh yeah,
Unreal
Unreal Tournament is what he talks about. That's
Tournament,
the PC one. Unreal Championship. This one had a few extra things built into it. It was like they took some of the mods from PC and put it into that one. So this is a more complete game without mods, like the PC one has. So, but yeah, it's really good.
Awesome.
Oh,
I wrote that down.
By the way, I want to show you here, Wolf. These are the 3 games that I've shared so far, and like most of my games that I've shared, but check this out. Only on
trust
Xbox.
Me, exactly.
There's so many of those,
exclusive.
dude. There's so many exclusive Xbox games. It's just amazing.
Well, you know what? I gotta match your ass. So
you won't be able to because mine's too big because I'm Hispanic. Oh wait, what? Oh yeah,
those are the 3 I've shown. Shenmue,
exactly.
Grabbed by the Ghoulies, and Panzer Dragoon.
And people don't know, dude. They have no idea about all these exclusives for Xbox that they totally missed out on. Like, because you know, when we're younger, like we got time and we got money, we're putting into one system. And for you, Wolf, it was PlayStation 2. For me, I did some PlayStation 2, but as soon as Xbox came out, I was 100% Xbox. I went full in, deep dive Xbox. I was more Xbox and Dreamcast versus PlayStation 2. So, I mean, but that's just, it's just crazy, dude.
Well, thank you for doing that because you inspired me. So I'm glad you did. Okay, so the next game that I am choosing is, I would think, more of a hidden gem than anything else. It is an exclusive. You will love this, Dan, because it is multiplayer. And I'd love to play it. I don't know if there's a way that you and I could play this, but I think we would have so much fun. At least I think it's multi. It says players 1 through 4. So
on the back, does it say LAN connected or
no?
Hang on, what would it say?
It says Xbox System Link. Is that?
Yeah, Xbox System Link. Yeah.
Okay. Then yes.
Okay.
So it looks like you could play 4 people.
Then we can. We should be able to at least.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard of this one. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but Death Row. Yeah, it is a sports, weird, in the future, you're in an arena and there's basketball elements and hockey, and you try to get this like ball into this goal or hoop, and you could punch and kick people, and you got, I could just imagine how cool it is if you got 4 people going at the same time, 4 friends. I've heard nothing but good things. It's called Death Row Underground Team Combat. And it says, pits 2 teams in a no limits, no honor, total aggression arena sport where the only hardest fists, the meanest moves, and the deadliest throws will get you victory. And it looks like a lot of fun, man.
So again, what I'm hearing, I don't know if I played that. I'm starting to remember something like that. So it's a cross between like NBA Jam and Mutant League Football.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly right. Yep.
Yeah. I'm down. Yeah, we'll figure that out. So since Wolf brought it up, we'll take a second and talk about what are we talking about being able to play this stuff online. Oh man, Xbox Live servers shut down in, what was it, 2010 or something like that. So what I've been using recently is something called X-Link Kai. I know there's a couple other ones, but this one's been around for a while. There's still a lot of people that play it. I love Steel Battalion, and this was one of the one that I see a lot of people played Steel Battalion on. So I was like, all right, this is the one I'm going to look into. And so, but that's what I've been using. And as long as you have, as far as I've figured out, again, I haven't done a whole lot of it, but I'll tell you that I was playing Halo 2 with some dudes down in like Venezuela earlier today. So pretty stinking cool being able to play online without modding your Xbox. You didn't have to do any of that stuff. You know, modding of the Xbox, no doing weird stuff to it. You plug it in, you run it through a router, through your PC X-Link Kai. It figures it out all for you, and it's
Hmm.
just it works. Oh, dude, it's awesome. So that's what we're gonna be doing some testing. Wolf and I, we're gonna test out some of these games. We're gonna play some of this stuff, and then maybe we'll do a couple of live streams doing it because I don't think a lot of people have been doing live streams on that. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm excited to play in some of these games like Mech Assault that I talked about before, Steel Battalion, Line of Contact, all of that.
Mm.
I'm hyped, super hyped to try that stuff. And then of course playing Halo 2 that's online again, not just System Link. So yeah, lots of fun.
That's my dream, by the way, what you just said. My dream, and you got to help me find it and hunt it down. And maybe when we're in Atlanta, maybe I can hunt it down and Wales could bring it home. And that's a Steel Battalion setup,
Oh my
you know,
gosh.
with the controller where you and I sit down and we actually go through it with the, you know, the big setup and
Hmm.
all the lights. And that's my dream, but I know it's going to be a $500 to $600 investment to get that stuff. I've been doing a lot of research,
Dude.
and that's pretty much like the going rate because if you find it cheap, nobody is shipping that for less than like $90
Yep.
to ship
Yeah, so you're still
because it's
spending
how
so
massive
you're
it
still
is.
spending 400, you know.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you can
So
get inbox, usually right around 6. So, but yeah, I mean, or you can do like factory sealed for 3 grand. So, but I will tell you this.
one could dream.
I know, but I could tell you this: if my house burnt down and I had to rebuy stuff, would I buy Steel Battalion controllers again? Yes, I would. That game is freaking awesome, and there's still. I said it before, and it's like me beating a dead horse. It's it's the single greatest like simulator experience that I've ever had playing video games. The online component in particular, playing Line of Contact online with my friends, dude, those are the best gaming memories that I've had. And dude,
Mm.
it's so much fun. It's so cool. There's so many layers of depth to playing it and learning how to play and focusing on learning the different mechanics on certain mechs and then how they interact with certain like weapons that you can carry on them, and then it's so deep, and I love that game. I love the controller. Wolfman, if we can find it, oh man, it's gonna be
It's my
great.
dream. I got money set aside. It's called my Steel Battalion Fund. And if you find it someplace, you shoot me a message and I'll see if I can make it happen
I know I
because
need to start checking some of the stores that are around here because every once in a while you'll find a place that's just like it's been sitting on the shelf for 3 years, no one's buying it. I'll let it go for $200 less, something like
ooh,
that. So
wow.
I'll keep an eye out and see what I see
Okay.
around. I don't normally see them too often anymore because I think
Yeah.
people have done what you're talking about. They bought them up and they're just kind of hoarding them and selling them, so driving up the
Hmm.
market price. But
Yeah.
yeah, you'd think that they didn't sell a lot of them. They actually made a freaking ton of them. There's quite a few of them out there. It's not like it's
Hmm.
not like the Resident Evil chainsaw controllers, right? The
Hmm.
GameCube, there was very few of those controllers. The PlayStation 2 version, there was I would say there's probably about the same amount as the PlayStation 2
Okay.
chainsaw controllers. So that's kind of rare, but so are these, but they made a ton of them so you can still find them. But yeah, anyways, I got sidetracked. Sorry, Wolf.
That's okay. That's a good sidetrack.
Yep.
Um, all right. So the next one for me, and it's so funny how we're doing nothing but exclusives.
Oh my gosh.
Every game that we've shown so far to the audience, Microsoft exclusives.
Oh, and since we
And it
talked about it,
continues.
I'll just
Oh,
hold it
no
up.
way. Line of Contact. I never heard of that
This is
one.
the online one, the Steel Battalion Line of Contact. This is the one. It only
Well,
works online. You cannot play single player on
wait.
this.
So what's the other one?
Steel
The one I
Battalion,
saw.
Steel Battalion. It comes with the controller, and that's a single
Uh-huh.
player game. But to play online,
Oh,
you need to have
oh my!
line of
I gotta write
contact.
that down. I
Yep,
didn't know that.
dude,
That's
it's
insane.
it's such a good game, you guys. Man, you just don't know. Steel Battalion, baby. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you want the online one then,
Well,
obviously.
you're gonna get the original with the controller, and then you got to buy the
Okay.
supplemental online. It's gonna be cheap. That
Okay.
it's not gonna be expensive for line of contact. That'll be probably that between that $10 to $20 mark if I had to guess. Unless they're driving
All
up the
right.
market on that too and buying up all those. I don't know. It's
Well,
crazy.
who knows? Well, anyway, here
Yep.
is another rare game, and it's Microsoft exclusive, and I see a big live online enabled here, so that must make you smile. So I'll have to check that out. But it is called Conquer Live and Reloaded.
Yeah.
I have to have Conquer. It's a big warning on there. This game is not for anyone under the age of 17. So it looks great. It says play with friends. You could play with yourself, which I do.
Dad jokes.
Laugh your tail
Dad
off.
jokes.
Yeah, right. It looks great. It looks awesome. Now, am I wrong? Is this I thought this was a remake of Conker's Bad Fur Day, but this looks like it's its own kind of like shooter.
I don't know. I don't own that one. I'm not quite sure. I mean, it might be, they might. I don't know. Put it in. So tell me what it says. I don't know.
Okay,
Because
well, I can't put it in now because it's upstairs,
I
but
know.
um it
Yeah, just check it
I don't
out.
know, but I'd like to I have the manual out and then it looks fun. It says multiplayer mode, so it looks like there's tons of stuff. Oh, and wait, and then what's this
Yep.
Conker's Bad Fur Day?
It's
Like,
it's. I think it's included with it. If I had to remember
oh,
right, I
okay.
think it's.
So
I
you
think
get
it
an
is there.
online, you get the online game, and then you get
Conquer. I'm pretty sure.
Conkers. I think they redid it,
Hmm.
which with better graphics, because with the Xbox over
I'm
the
pretty sure. I
N64.
don't own that one, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Because I got the original on N64, but you hate that system, and this will be a lot more fun to play on.
I hate the system, but I god darn love that game, and I have it in box.
Yeah.
We went over that.
Yeah.
I have 22 games, and they're the games that I love for the system,
And that's it.
and
The whole
and that
system.
is
There's like
it.
22. That's all. All the rest of them,
That's it.
garbage. Do you have
The
Tetrisphere?
rest of the games could go to hell. I have Tetrisphere
Oh yeah, see, there you go.
in
That's
box.
Yep.
In box.
That's one of the
Yep.
ones that people are like, "Oh man, the games are not good." I'm like, "You have Tetrisphere?" And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Nope, you got to
Yep.
get that one because Tetrisphere is
Yep.
awesome."
Love Tetrisphere. That's a hidden gem if I ever heard of one.
Yep. Yeah, Wales didn't even
Well,
talk
that's
about
my
it.
game.
What the heck?
I know. What
All right.
son of a gun.
Okay. Now okay, so this next one is actually not an Xbox exclusive. I think it came out originally for Xbox and then it got ported to something else. But this was like really close to when the original Xbox launched and released. This was one of the first, and it's kind of a Mario Kart style racing game, but it's a little different because the characters run, but you're picking up power-ups. There's speed up arrows. There's very unique course design where you're actually like you gotta like rotate the right thumbstick to be able to swim or to climb up like vines and stuff in the middle of the race and stuff. And so it's very unique. I would say probably not going to be super expensive because it's not a super popular game, but it is very unique, and I haven't found one that's like it. The control's a little wonky, but once you get the hang of it, it's fun. I like it a lot, and it's Mad Dash Racing. So,
that is an exclusive.
is it?
It doesn't say it on the box, but
It
I
doesn't.
swear that's
I mean,
an
it might be just
exclusive.
an exclusive. I don't remember what system it was on, but it doesn't say. But who knows? Like I said, this was way back when it first launched back in 2001, I think. That's yeah, I can't tell. But this is another teen. This is a teen game because the voice they're like kind of like Conquer, where they'll say stuff that's a little bit I don't know more adult.
Mm-hmm.
But here's one of the cool things about this game too, and you can't really read it up there at the top in the little yellow. I don't think you can. Well, maybe you can. So there's music by Moby, Fatboy Slim, Crystal Method, and more. So this was again. Remember I told you Xbox they had a lot of like legit music that was put into some of their games, and Wolfman's just now starting to figure it out, but he can put CDs into his Xbox, rip the CD or whatever tracks he wants, create track lists, and then play racing games with that track list playing in the background. It's so good, dude. I love the Xbox for that. It's freaking amazing. But anyways, back to Mad Dash Racing. Check it out. It is like I said, controls a little wonky, but it's still a fun racing game. Very unique. You're not in a cart, but you do have power ups and unique track design is what I really like about that game.
Well, I got some interesting supplemental nerd facts for you for that. Nerd facts.
Nerd facts.
Yes, it was released as a launch title in
Okay.
November 2001, and the video game features the voices of Billy West and Charles Martinet, who voiced
Oh,
Mario for
yeah.
years and years and years. And Dan, you
Oh,
kept the streak alive. This is without a doubt a Microsoft exclusive. It just did not
nice.
say it only on Xbox. There's actually a bunch of Xbox games that does not have only on Xbox and they're still exclusive to the system.
I wonder if they were close to launch. If that's before they started saying
Sure,
only on
I bet it
Xbox, they
is.
were close to launch Xbox titles.
Yep, no doubt. Boy, that's a gem. I wrote that one down, so thank you.
Your
I
kids,
love racers,
and
and
it's
that
a
one looks funny.
four player split screen again. It's just the four
Hmm.
player split screen racers. This one is very unique. Once you get the hang of it, you're gonna like it. The characters play differently. They all talk mess to each other. It's a cool game.
Oh, man, we're on a roll.
I
This is
know.
great.
I got
All
two
right.
more, Wolf. So
Okay.
let's keep this thing going.
Okay, good. So this is one I wanted when I was doing research. I love platformers, and everybody was saying this is a must-have platform game, and it is called Voodoo Vince.
Oh, yep.
Microsoft exclusive platform game. Looks like a ball. Um, I have not played this yet, so I can't really say much other than I love the way it looks. It's got like a kind of like a Tim Burton kind of feel to it.
Hmm.
I love platform games. This is right up my alley, and it came highly rated from people.
Hmm.
So I said, man, I gotta have this one. I'm pretty sure this is complete. Yeah. And I
I,
don't know. I wish I had more to say about it, but I know you play as a voodoo doll and you have all these powers and stuff, and it looks like fun. It says using voodoo powers, Vince must kick his own butt to beat his enemies. If he stands under a falling safe, bad guys get flattened. Stick a pitchfork in him, and his enemies are done. Use an arsenal of over 25 voodoo attacks on Vince to defeat his enemies. Work your New Orleans mojo exploring over 30 twisted levels. This is definitely my type of game.
yep.
So
And
I don't know.
let me ask you a question. So it was highly
Yeah.
rated. How much did that game cost?
For me, that was $12
Yep.
for me.
Again, you guys out there, pay freaking attention. Like
Yeah, I'm almost
these games,
sure.
now is the time. I'm telling you, get into OG Xbox. Even if you just start looking and going, you know what? I've always wanted to play this game. I don't have the hardware yet. Buy the freaking games now. Just buy them. They're cheap. Like you can go to the OG, go to a retro store or a flea market or something. Go to OG Xbox. There's gonna be a freaking ton of them, and they're gonna be cheap as heck. So,
Yep.
Wolf, I got to show you something too. This is when you
Yeah.
know the game is old. Is when they have the Duke controller as the controls. That's when you know it was close to
Oh
launch.
my God.
They
Jeez.
changed it. But get this too. I bought this at launch too. You know how I know? I put my sticker inside it. Every game that I purchase personally, I have the top sticker that I peel off.
Oh yeah.
Remember,
Oh,
I
that's
always put
cool.
them in there.
Yeah.
So that's how I
That-
can tell that I originally buy it. And then there's also codes that I have. So a code for Mad Dash to unlock, I think, everything. So there it goes.
Oh,
There
dude,
was
that's
the
so cool.
there was the
And
hint.
that tells me that when you got your Xbox, you probably got that and another probably Halo or something else with.
Halo. I know what three it was. It was Halo. It was this one, and I want to say it was Abe's. It was the Abe's Odyssey one or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Munchie's Odyssey or something.
Yeah, I think those were the three that I got.
Wow.
So,
I
yep.
actually want that one too.
Okay, so it's
No,
my
that's
turn. My turn,
awesome.
right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we talked. Who was it that talked about? Did somebody talk about the Halos when we were in there last time? Was it Horton?
Yeah,
Horton
when we
talked
did
about it.
our
Yep.
when we did our Xbox episode, I think Horton did Halo.
Yep. I'm gonna talk about just quickly Halo 2 again, just to touch on it. Only because I'm digging in deep into the Xbox Live component and then being able to play X-Link Kai. This is actually the one that I played today, and
Steelbook.
yeah, metal book and as a steel book, and it's still in good shape. not all rusted out because I take care of my stuff. But complete in box. This game, when you're talking about first-person shooters on original Xbox, this is the king. No matter what, when the original Halo came out was great. Halo 2 is where it was at. When this game launched, do you guys remember what it was like? There were lines. It was a big New York, right at Times Square. Just huge event when this game launched. And actually, I think this is what kept the Xbox alive at a certain point, because this game specifically was so well received, and all the way up to the end. Like, even when they stopped Xbox Live in 2000, what was it, 2010 or whatever, this game had been out. When did it come out? 2003, I think. I think this came out 2003. But even though this thing came out in 2003, people were still playing it up until Xbox Live went down 2010, 2012. And when I fired up X-Link Kai today, there were 38 people playing it at that one point.
Whoa.
Yep. So, and as a matter of fact, nerd fact, there was one person that was on Steel Battalion too. So that'll be great, because I can get on some of their forums and find out when we're going to play that. So line of contact, there's already people on there, and I'm excited about it. But Halo 2 online multiplayer is, you can do it, just so you know. Don't let the stuff scare you. I would love to play with you guys. Any of you guys out there, hit me up in the chat, whatever. If you get on X-Link Kai and you get on original OG Xbox and get this, we'll play this together.
Jeez, you heard it from the man himself. All right, we're keeping this ball rolling. It's another Microsoft exclusive. And when I was doing my research, the first thing I put into the search bar are excellent platform games. So Voodoo Vince came up, and this game, it is called Blinks.
Oh, yep.
The Time Sweeper. And from what I read, they really wanted this cat, Blinks, to be the Microsoft mascot, and it ended up being Master Chief. They even did a sequel to this, which I'm going to try to hunt down, Blinks 2, Masters of Time and Space. But the game looks so cool. Like, you control time, you could slow-mo and pause enemies and rewind and fast forward, and you could record your act. I mean, it looks so neat. The first 4D action game ever, only on Xbox, it says on the back.
Dude,
looks like a blast.
I can't wait till you start playing these games, because you think of this is a 2001 console. When you start realizing what it does with the hard drive, how it can rewind and pull things up, and you can do gameplay saves, and you could save your CDs to it. There's so many things that this system does. And see, PlayStation 2, I touched on too. They realized they done messed up when Xbox. They were like, dude, Xbox has got some stuff that we don't got, and thank goodness we have the install base. But that's why they came out with that HD add-on, the hard drive add-on. You remember that on PlayStation 2?
Yeah, I do.
That was in the lifespan, but it was because of Xbox that came out, because they needed to. We can record our music too, and we can record gameplay, and you can start saving your games on here and not have to have all these memory cards. Why didn't you bring that out at the beginning then? Oh, it was because it wasn't profitable, and now Xbox came out with it, so you gotta kind of keep up. But
interesting.
Yeah, very, very cool.
I know they needed it, right, Dan? For there was a Final Fantasy game that came out for PS2 that needed like a hard drive or something. Like, it was took up so much memory or something.
I think
it
wasn't that the online? Wasn't it an online?
Yeah, maybe it was an online. I'm thinking of. Was it Final Fantasy? I'm trying to think. The PS2 game, is it 9?
Yeah,
that was online.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I didn't get that hard drive. I probably should. But oh well.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay, so my last one, and Wolf, you touched on it last time, and I didn't have it available. I knew I had it somewhere, but I bought it again because I couldn't find it, and I needed to have it. And we talked about it for a second, but I wanted to show it to everybody again.
Oh,
Ninja Gaiden Black.
I want that so bad.
Ninja Gaiden Black, you guys.
Awesome.
Don't sleep on this Ninja Gaiden. This game is awesome. Another mature, only on Xbox exclusive. It is, yeah, this game is dope. It's freaking hard as balls though, but just understand that it's awesome. Like the wall running, the flipping that you can do, the back, the way that you can maneuver in the actual like space, and but it's
Hmm.
kind of weird too, because so it's an in between dual stick game. So you play it with the left to move around with the left stick, and if you try and look around with the right, it doesn't really look around with the camera. It'll like zoom into like your like you stop and you can look around the environment. So it was almost like what they did with N64 and their yellow cameras, very
Hmm.
similar to that. But it doesn't hinder the game very much at all once you get the hang of it again. It's great. But yep, there you go. We talked about
Oh,
it. We didn't show it. Ninja Gaiden Black. It has
it's a
Xbox
must.
Live enabled. I don't know what for. Probably because scoreboards. That's why. Just
Okay.
scoreboards.
That's a must. I'm telling you, folks, if you're going to get some games, like you're going to start out with 10 games, that is absolutely one of them. I do not have that. I have the Ninja Gaiden, the crappier
Oh,
version, but the black is the version you want, definitely.
there you go, Wolf. And I have the CIB, dude. This is the receipt from it, but it even has the little Tecmo card.
Ooh,
Yeah, those are the ones. Yep.
wow. That's nice. That's nice.
Oh, dude, flip phones.
Nokia,
Oh my gosh, so cool.
StarTech. All
Yep.
right, cool.
Well, that's it for me.
Let's keep the ball rolling. Okay, well, I'm basically done. I'm going to show my last game, and then I got two very quick honorable mentions. I'm just going to flash up.
Heck yeah.
So it's another Microsoft exclusive. It's by Sega. I'm noticing a theme here. Sega really
Well, their
um
system was dying, right? Their Dreamcast was
churned
dying,
out those
and then Xbox was
games.
like, "Fine, I'll give you guys some money, sure. Okay, let's do it."
Hmm.
Where Sony wasn't down with it.
Smart.
Sony and Nintendo, they were like, "Nope, we're happy you're dying,"
Yeah.
and
Stupid.
Xbox is like, bring me your goodies."
Sega made so many amazing games,
Yep.
man. Well, anyway, this is a game that I think, I don't know, is so much fun. It's a Crazy Taxi 3, High
Hmm.
Rollers. It's
Yep.
a Microsoft exclusive. It's fun. If you played any of the other Crazy Taxis, Crazy Taxi 1 and 2, it's just more of the same, probably different locale. You're in like Vegas, I guess, or what was supposed to be Vegas. I don't know if there's any more like things that they added. Looks like there's some mini games, four new cabbies driven by attitude and desire, but it looks like the same type of game, so it's more of the same type of fun.
Uh, so cool thing about that game, normal Crazy Taxis were 3 drivers. This one had 4, and the
Mhm.
graphics were so much better. Like the graphics on that game, and with how the hard drive worked, dude, it would help with the streaming. You could when it would start, there was less pop up. Like the city was open a lot,
Mm.
and so it's yeah, that game is dope. People sleep on that one because it didn't come out for very many no other systems. But Crazy Taxi 3 High Roller is awesome.
Fun. All
Oh yeah,
right. And I know we're kind of running out of time here, and I'm just going to show two honorable mentions real quick. One is called Tecmo Classic Arcade.
oh,
And you could literally only get this on Xbox. And for me, it's like you get some of the old school games, Mighty Bomb Jack, Tecmo Bowl, Rygar. I never heard of some of these. Solomon's Key, I've heard of. Star Force, Pinball Action, Tecmo Cup, Senjoya,
that is a unique
Plarios, and
that is a
Swimmer.
that's a unique compilation of games. You're right. I don't think I've ever seen that compilation of games anywhere.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay. I know you can only get it on Xbox because I love
Hmm.
compilation type of games. It came in a lot.
Oh,
I bought a big lot of games, so I guess nice win for me. All right, and last game, another Microsoft exclusive. It's a platform.
yes.
Did you ever hear of this one?
Yep.
Okay, it looks awesome. It looks great. Like I did a little bit of research into it. This is
Huh?
my type of game. This looks
Mm.
like a action platformer, tons of abilities, sword play. Love the graphics. Look at that right there. You can
Uh-huh.
tell it's mature.
I know.
Woo!
I know.
Um, yeah,
What is the
looks
book?
like a lot of fun.
Does the book show anything else awesome? Oh yeah, no. Not like the last
No,
one.
no, not like yours.
Not like Whacked. I
No.
yeah, that one reminds me of of
I don't know if you can see
Castlevania
some
Dark
graphics.
Legacy.
Ooh, then I'll love it.
No, the N64 one.
Oh no, I thought
No,
you
I'm just kidding.
Curse of I thought you meant Curse of Darkness. Damn. Yeah,
Oh
not
man,
that one.
no,
Definitely not that one.
not that one.
No. So that is it for me. I showed the stuff that I wanted to. Um, I
Yeah,
don't know if you have anything else, but
no.
that
This is a
about
great.
covers
This
it.
was a great. Another talk about how awesome the system is. Those of you can't really see it right now. Actually, I'll flip it down. You can. I have my OG Xbox already hooked up, ready to go
Oh
for.
yeah,
I've
there it
been
is.
doing some testing. That actually is a sticker that I had put on there. Yes. Um, I put the. That's my original, like my launch Xbox. So I have full box and everything for that one, but I have this cool little like skin that I put on there way back because my wife was complaining that it stood out too much, and we had yeah. So there it is. But yeah, Wolf, this was a lot of
Love it.
fun. Anything else that you got?
No, I mean I have other games, but I know we said we agreed we wanted to keep this to about an hour, hour and change. So I left a bunch of games upstairs. I mean, you know what that means? A future supplemental episode
Well,
again because there's so much.
I want to do another supplemental, and actually, you guys, I've hooked it up just so you know. I could have showed some gameplay on the screen with us on here, but I decided to hold off, and I think we're gonna do some of that X-Link Kai gameplay at some point, and we'll be able to have some fun watching that, and then you can watch it. We'll do some more nerd facts. We'll talk like we normally do, just random stuff as we're playing. But I'm really excited for it. Thanks, Wolf, for coming and hanging out again.
Oh,
These are great.
awesome.
And until next time,
I'm hooked on Xbox, baby!
all
Woo!
Xbox all day.